Hello, and welcome to another episode of the Unexpected Entrepreneur Podcast. Today, we are back with another one of our client stories, and we are back with Kendra. And before we jump into everything, do you want to introduce yourself and tell everyone who you are, what you do, how long you've been in business, everything like that?
Sure. I'm Kendra, and I am a portrait photographer. I own Kendra Lee Imagery. I've been in business since maybe 2017. And yeah, I've been doing pretty well. I'm also a special education teacher, and that helps with my business. So yeah.
Absolutely. We love that. When you're thinking about your kind of brand and website before you started working with us, were there any challenges or issues that you were kind of running into with it?
Yes. My brand, I didn't really know what I wanted, to be honest.
Hmm.
At first, when I first started, I also sold a lot of Arizona prints. My photography was focused on landscape, and my brand kind of had that cactus type landscape. And I really wanted it to be more focused on my portrait side. I didn't really know until you guys came in.
Yeah, that is, I feel like a lot of the people that we talk to and work with are kind of in that space of like, I feel like I know what I want to do and want to kind of like focus on and put energy towards, but it's also hard like taking that step to be like, all right, let me go full into this and like really kind of make this the center of my business. When you were thinking about your kind of brand and website before, did you create those on your own? Did you have anyone else kind of help you with them, or how long were you kind of doing it on your own before you decided to reach out?
I think my first website I had for about 2 years. And then I did have a designer come in, but I didn't have a brand.
Mhm.
So my design, the website wasn't really who I was.
Mhm.
And then I just kind of outgrew it and found you. And I feel like figure out what my brand should look like after you got to know me through our communication and all that. And it was pretty awesome in the end. So it's just like, wow, you guys nailed it.
Yeah, I feel like that's the big thing is it you don't necessarily realize how hard it is to build out a website, whether you're working with someone else or you're doing it on your own, without that branding until you try to do it and you're like, wow, I feel like there's like it doesn't necessarily look bad, but something just doesn't feel right and it feels a little off and it feels like something's always like missing from it. But doing that kind of branding piece before and getting really solid on that when we're looking at like the visuals, but also who you are as a brand and a business and who you want to work with and why you're doing what you're doing. Like I know our brand questionnaires are a little long and we ask a lot of questions, but I feel like some of those things and some of those questions really help get a deeper look into your business and like even yourself being like, okay, what am I doing? Why am I doing this? Who am I like really doing this
Hmm.
for? Can really help lead that design when we're looking at the brand and the website and kind of help you figure out where the direction is for the business in general.
Yeah, I really appreciated your questions. They did help me dig deeper because I think I thought I knew why I was doing what I was doing, but I really didn't until I saw the
Hmm.
questions. I was like, wait a minute, let me think about this. So, and you gave a good amount of time for us
Hmm.
to give us enough time to be able to do that. So I appreciate that too. And it just really made me think about where I wanted to go with my business too. So I think that was super helpful.
Yeah, I think a lot of times especially as we're like starting out, we kind of skip the part where we sit down and really dive into what we're doing and why we're doing it. So having something that like forces you to be like, okay, what am I doing is really like something that is a really good thing to do for your business, but something that sometimes we just feel like you just kind of glance over it,
Yeah.
skim over it, and all of a sudden we're years into business and have never really thought about why we're doing what we're doing.
It's true.
So since we have launched the brand and the website, how have they been working for you? Have you seen any transformations or results, or are you kind of more confident in how you're showing up, across the online space or even in person?
I'm definitely more confident on showing up because people would ask me before, "Do you have a website?" And I'd say, "I do, but I'm working on it." Because I was kind of embarrassed by my website at that
Mhm.
point. So I really geared people more toward my Instagram and my Facebook page because I really didn't want people to see my website before. Now I feel so much more confident and it's me. I love the logo that you created, everything about it. That even you also helped me with blogs and I loved that too. So anything about my website and the brand, show people I'm proud of it. I love it. I have my stickers made and all that stuff. Yeah, and I think that's I forget what other part of your question was.
No, no, that's totally fine. Have you seen any, like, has it been easier for you to kind of get people who are reaching out to you kind of more aligned, or they feel like they're better fits than people who maybe were reaching out prior?
Yes, definitely. Even though I'm a portrait photographer and I do a little bit of everything, my focus really is family. And
Mhm.
I've had a lot more families from Google reach out to me, which every time someone reaches out to me from Google, I get really excited because I know that that was with the help of you. Because prior to that, I've never had anyone reach out to me from website search, from web page search. So I really am excited about that. I also didn't know anything about SEO, so I know that you helped with that too, obviously, because I'm getting inquiries from Google.
Mhm.
So that was super helpful. I'm getting more now because it's fall and I
Mhm.
have fall family sessions than I did in the beginning. We launched in March, I think, and summer
Yeah.
in Arizona is super slow. Seriously, in the past, I think week and a half, I've had 4 Google inquiries
Wow.
for family. So I'm pretty excited about that. Yeah.
That is amazing and absolutely what we love to hear. I think the more every time, even us personally, when we get them from Google, we're like, it feels so much more worth it because it's something that you kind of set and forget. You're not constantly feeling like you're always marketing yourself or anything like that. It's working for you on the
Mhm.
back end, and that's exactly what we want to see.
Yeah, definitely.
Was there any part of rebranding with us that was your favorite or anything that maybe surprised you about the entire process?
What surprised me most, I think, is because I'm older, I'm a little old school. When I realized everything was going to be done through the portal,
Mhm.
I was a little bit nervous about that because I'm a people person. I
Mhm.
talk to people. I thought, how am I going to do this through online? Like, and it actually really worked. And I know I said this to you a number of times. Like the communication that you have is amazing.
Mhm.
And it's just really helpful to do on our own time limits too,
Mhm.
which was helpful because I know you were fast. And to me, that was surprising too with how much work we did because I did the whole website branding and blogging, but with how much we did in such a short amount of time and how beautiful it came out was surprising and amazing to me. And I don't know why it was surprising because you are all so talented. So yeah, it was good.
No, we definitely love having we're very much like deadline oriented people, and I think we've done a good job of attracting people who love that and really appreciate being like, "No, I have everything that I need and I know exactly when it needs to be done, and like if I have questions, you'll answer them, but like I have everything, we're good." So, I think it's one of the things that we love because it helps like keep everybody on track, but then also having all of that stuff makes it so much easier for us to really understand you and your business and your brand and what you're looking for. And, taking the time to dig deep, look into those things, really like think about the answers to the questions and like fill out those questionnaires is super important in us being able to, produce a brand and a website or anything else that really matches and aligns with what you want and what you're looking for. So we always love when people love our questionnaires and like all the things that we ask for beforehand because it really does make the entire process of working together so much more smooth and easier for kind of everyone. So we're not going back and forth with you a million times to get to
Yeah.
the thing that we love. So no, we definitely feel that and we love that.
Yeah, I just thought it was an easy process and well, not easy for me because I had to really think,
Yeah.
but you got it out of me, and I think it was awesome, and in the end, just the whole communication process, the whole everything. I had such a great experience, yeah.
Yeah, I think some people can sometimes underestimate the amount of kind of work and thought that goes in before everything actually gets
Mhm.
designed, which is why we also, always say like you obviously had a little bit of time between booking and the project starting. And I think having that little bit of space to sit there and really, dive into these things and not feel rushed is really important to being able to kind of feel comfortable and confident in what you're saying and then also get, a really great design out of it. So we're always like, no, if you need like a month between booking and starting, like we promise you, you will use up that month very quickly. And, you can sit there and
Yes.
it definitely takes a little bit of thought.
Yes, it does. It
Perfect. Well,
does.
thank you so much for coming on today and talking about this. If people want to check out your new brand and website or maybe follow you on social media, where can they find you?
I am on on Instagram, Kendra Lee Imagery, and Facebook, and also kendraleeimagery.com.
Perfect. Well, we will put those links down below. You should definitely go check her out. And if you are in Arizona and you maybe want some family photos, absolutely check her out. She does incredible work. But thank you so much again for coming on with us today, and we'll catch you in the next episode.
Thank you.